Howdy and hello, friends. This is my first sit down in front of the camera and shoot a commentary type of video. I've done plenty of drone work, GoPro work, and I've even done commentary and updates behind B-roll for our ministry work, but never this talking head type of a thing. So forgive me if I lack a certain je ne sais quoi in my delivery. I'm new at this, but I thought this was the best way to get this out. Over the past several weeks, I've had dozens of folks reach out and ask how am I growing my Vero app so quickly. So if you'll indulge me, I'd like to take a few minutes to share my thoughts on the newly rebooted Vero app before I share how growth is happening on my account. I've been a Vero user now for about 30 days, and within those 30 days I've been able to grow my account to 1,750 followers and connections. I know that's not a huge number, but it seems to be larger than most. And think about it. Followers. Isn't there a better name we can use? Connections? I don't know. Just not a big fan of a follower. Anyhow, when I started, I saw this as an opportunity for me to find and connect with fellow photographers on a like-minded and welcoming landscape. Specifically, I was looking for an app that didn't indulge teenage girls as they try to get more likes by showing their hoo-ha through a set of yoga pants. A place where 60-year-old ladies and even a few men aren't twerking and gyrating to try and get the attention that they're obviously not getting at home. On a side note, there's probably tens of thousands of dirty old men kicking back on their crusty couches, looking for more and more of this trash to fulfill their perversions. Parents, we got to get our kids under control. Grandparents, we got to get our grandkids under control. It's degrading. It's sad. I had to get away from it. I was just getting sick in the stomach from it. But beyond the social trash heap that Meta is becoming, I wanted a place where I could find and follow photographers from around the world. Photographers whose work I like, and hopefully a few that find some value in my work. I definitely found that within the Vero platform. And frankly, I think it's going to take over Instagram, the trashier and more garbage that they get to fill their feed with. But unfortunately, I've already started seeing the cheesy Bitcoin folks poking their heads out of the shadows. There's even been a few ladies who have approached me looking for a new boyfriend. But nothing like over on Instagram, thankfully. And that's one of the benefits of getting your account verified on Vero. I'd encourage you to get your account verified. Let people know that it's really you and that you're a real person. And in addition to that, few glitches here and there, there's even a few young folks who have come over here and who practice the follow-unfollow foolishness. And listen up, guys. Listen. There is no algorithm where you're ranked higher if you only have fewer followings. It doesn't matter here. You just look like a self-absorbed dweeb who needs some sort of virtual validation. If somebody follows you and you like their work, follow them, learn from them, grow from them. That's what I do. That's the whole point of this. Anyhow, several of my connections have reached out and asked how I'm growing at such an apparent high rate of speed. Frankly, my biggest jump came when the good folks over at Vero decided to highlight me and on their search page as a new and noteworthy photographer. That highlight lasted for nearly a week and bumped my connections by more than 1,000. But the reality is that in order to grow on Vero, you must be social. Whether you're highlighted or not, you need to be social. Think about it. There's no search page you can rank on. There's no algorithm to put you in front of others in your niche. It's just you, your photography, and your hashtags. My growth strategy is pretty simple. Twice a day, I search a hashtag. In the morning, that hashtag might be hashtag waterfalls. And in the evening, it might be hashtag woodland_photography. With each of those hashtags, I look for 10 photographers within that group. 10 photographers who follow other photographers. I won't give accounts of time of day who have several hundred or even several thousand followers and only follow a few dozen people. That's not social. that's sociopathic. And frankly, supporting them is just propping up their delusions of grandeur. Anyhow, after I identify one, and it must be one whose work I admire, and whose work I'd like to show up on my feed on a daily basis. I like 5 to 7 of their posts, and I'll normally comment on my favorite of their shots. Then I'll follow them. If they follow me back, wonderful. If they don't, well then, at least I've got another great addition to my feed. I replay that game twice a day for maybe a total of 15 minutes worth of effort every day. Then, for each and every time that I post, and that's usually 2 or 3 times a day, I use hashtags. And I try to use the most relevant hashtags that I can. And why is that? Because I know that if I'm searching hashtags, looking for accounts to follow, others are as well. I also try to be creative with most of my posts, to get those who see it to interact in a personal way, to answer a question, to respond to a comment, whatever. Likes are great, but the fact of the matter is we need people to talk to. We need to talk to people. And to be specific with that, when others comment, I'm always sure to respond back to them in a personal way. And realize you don't want to be the cheesy nerd at the bar who's trying to pick up that attractive girl sitting over there by herself. Stop being cheesy. It's entertaining, but in a really pathetic way. Use their name when you respond to them. Thank them for commenting. Respond to them and their comments in a way that might develop a larger conversation with those who are interacting with your post. Finally, several times a day between tasks, while you're sitting on the toilet, while you're waiting for your spouse, whatever, take a minute or two, get in the app, and like a few posts. Like some of the posts with the folks you're following. Heck, even comment on a few posts if there's one that's really special. If you've got a person that always comments on yours, comment back on theirs. Let them know that you're seeing their work. Here again, you don't want to be cheesy. Comment on something specific, something that draws you to the post if possible. Comment on the clarity, the details, the bokeh, the long exposure work. Something that makes you look like you're interacting with them on a personal basis. Speak directly to them in a personal way. Use their name when you post. The more you can build relationships and personal bonds, the more you will see success on this app. I've seen it, I know it, it's real, it's true. Personal connection. So, as they say in the YouTube universe, if you've got questions, comments, know of a better way to play this game, or just think I'm some crazy old man, let me know in the comments. And if you get value from what you saw here, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more Vero tips or ideas, be sure to subscribe to this fledgling channel. And here again in the comments below, tell me what you'd like me to talk about. Enjoy, guys. Have a good day. God bless. Thanks for watching.